pandemic accelerated the pace. There was more technology absorption and across the segments, be it the shared economy, Contech, or the sales and marketing platforms. All of this is attracting a lot of investor eyeballs because of the growth in the real estate market, in India. The real estate sector here is very organic. It's still growing. Technology absorption especially has been accelerated post the pandemic. So makes India a lucrative space for investments in this space.
Hello everyone. Namaskar, Salaam, Sat Shri Akal, Vanakkam. Welcome to Keeping It Real by Housing.com, India's premier real estate podcast. We are the longest running and top rated show in the real estate industry. Join us for the latest updates, diverse perspectives, expert explainers, and deep dives into industry trends. Whether you are a pro or a beginner, we are here to keep you informed and entertained in the world of Indian real estate. This is Keeping It Real by Housing.com, where we keep it real always. In our first section, we bring you the big news in the real estate sector. Housing.com proudly presents the 7th edition of the Annual Property Expo, Mega Home Utsav-2023, running from the 1st of October to the 15th of November. This online property show features exciting offers you won't want to miss. Next, we delve into the PropTech funding scene from January to June 2023, with investments in the sector surpassing $4 billion since 2009, as per the latest Housing.com report. Our in-house PropTech expert, Ms. Ankita Sood, provides further insights. In our final section, we explain the concept of self-acquired property under the Hindu Succession Act. Stay tuned for these updates and more as Housing.com continues to be your trusted source for real estate news and insights. Details of all these and much more. Stay tuned. Housing.com, India's leading online real estate platform, has officially announced its much anticipated annual event, Mega Home Utsav-2023. Now in its 7th edition, the event promises an even greater scale of opportunities for potential home buyers. Scheduled from the 1st of October to the 15th of November, the event will feature participation from over 2,800 esteemed developers and channel partners. Taking advantage of the upcoming festive season, a period considered auspicious for high-value purchases including real estate, Housing.com aims to offer a wealth of deals and investment opportunities. The event will be held across 25 cities in India, featuring contributions from sector stalwarts like Casa Grande Builder Private Limited, Om Shri Builders and Developers, Investors Clinic, and DAC Developers, among others. With a wide-reaching presence across all major cities in India, Housing.com has strategically selected locations that represent a mix of bustling metropolises and emerging Tier 2 cities. These include Noida, Ghaziabad, Delhi, Gurgaon, Faridabad, Kolkata, Ahmedabad, the Tri-City region of Chandigarh, Jaipur, Lucknow, Vadodara, Bhubaneswar, Mumbai, Pune, Hyderabad, Nagpur, Nashik, Bhopal, Indore, Bangalore, Chennai, Coimbatore, Visakhapatnam, Goa, and Vijayawada. Mr. Amit Masaldan, Chief Revenue Officer, Housing.com, comments on the offering from the mega event, and I quote, Housing.com recently collaborated with industry body Naredco to release a consumer sentiment report. The findings underscore real estate's enduring appeal as a preferred investment class. This presents a unique opportunity to help prospective home buyers in their search for their dream homes. The platform will provide an extensive array of property choices, all conveniently accessible from the comfort of the home buyer's residence. Housing.com's esteemed developer partners have designed exclusive offers geared towards maximizing benefits for home buyers. The Mega Home Utsav 2023 is not just an event, It's a gateway to unparalleled opportunities within the real estate landscape. Unquote. To further amplify its reach, Housing.com will execute a high decibel marketing campaign to promote Mega Home Utsav-2023 across both digital and traditional media, aiming for a reach of over 50 million individuals. Hosted entirely online, the improved 7th edition of the Mega Home Utsav will offer features like 3D virtual booths and digitours, allowing users to explore prospective homes in detail. Mr. Masaldan said, and I quote, "The combination of our visualization products and content-based offerings will make this event an ideal choice for advertisers to showcase their properties." Unquote. As part of the Mega Home Utsav 2023, Housing.com is extending a generous range of benefits to its customers, such as complete waivers on stamp duty and GST, up to 4 lakh rupees discount on bookings, and flexible payment schemes. Additional incentives include the option to reserve a home by making a monthly payment of just 3,999 rupees, as well as no pre-EMI payments until possession. Exclusive bonuses include free car parking, a couple's ticket to Vietnam, and Amazon vouchers valued up to 2 lakh rupees upon booking. Furthermore, homes will feature modern modular kitchens and semi-furnished interiors, along with special rental schemes and many more exciting offers. Housing.com, in its latest report titled India PropTech Monitor, reported that the cumulative PropTech investments in the country since 2009 surpassed the $4 billion mark, backed by tech adoption in real estate, especially in the last few years. Funding in PropTech firms fell 10% to $243 million in the first half of 2023 amid global economic uncertainties. Investment in PropTech firms stood at $271 million in the year-ago period. As per the Housing.com data, funding in PropTech stood at $719 million in 2022, lower than $742 million in 2021, and the same stood at $551 million in 2020. In 2019, the funding was higher at $549 million compared to $527 million in 2018 and $206 million in 2017. Before that, the funding touched $168 million in 2016, $127 million in 2015, and $203 million in 2014. According to the data, the amount was just $51 million in 2013, higher than $15 million funding in 2012 and $9 million in 2011. The data also showed that the funding was recorded at $6.1 million in 2010 and $0.2 million in 2009. We spoke to Ankita Sood, Head of Research at Housing.com, PropTiger.com, and Makan.com, to share her insights. Listen in. Hello and a warm welcome, Ankita. Delighted to have you on the show.
Thank you for having me, Surjit.
Ankita, the global economic situation has been quite challenging in recent times. Can you elaborate on how this has affected the PropTech investment landscape in India? Ankita?
Sure. So we all know what's panning out on the global level. The global economy has been facing a lot of headwinds, including slower growth rates and tighter monetary policies, which have definitely led to a decrease in appetite amongst investors. Now, this challenging environment has definitely affected investment flows across sectors and not only real estate in particular. We've seen a noticeable impact in India as well. During the first half of 2023, close to 44% of degrowth was seen in the total, investment flow. in the country, led by IT, ITSCs, retail, and FMCG segments. So, yes, the purse strings were tightened. However, despite all of these challenges, prop tech sector or the segment in India has been a bright spot. It recorded a relatively slower decline of only 10% in the first half of 2023, which is a remarkable thing considering the circumstances. The key to this resilience lies in PropTech in India being viewed as something which can disrupt and reshape the real estate industry. It offers increased efficiency, optimized transactions, enhance the overall experience. Now, all of these factors make it a very lucrative segment to invest in India because the real estate sector here is very organic. It's still growing. Technology absorption, especially, has been accelerated post the pandemic. So makes India a lucrative space for investments in this space.
Ankita, what can you tell us about the dynamics of deal volume and deal size during the first half of 2023? Ankita?
Sure. In the first half of 23, we observed some very interesting trends. Now, while the deal volume decreased by 20% on a yearly basis, what's quite noteworthy is that the average deal size or the value saw a notable increase, so which grew at 12%. So, in a nutshell, while there were fewer deals than before, they were still of a larger size. Now, the decrease in deal volume could be attributed to, a number of factors, the overall economic challenges, like I discussed earlier, which may have made the investors more cautious. However, the bright spot or the silver lining here, and something to take away, is that there is confidence in the market that still deal value sustained its momentum and even grew. It's been great in the first half.
Ankita, now let's take a closer look at one of the key highlights from the report: the significant investment in construction technology during H1 2023. Can you shed some light on how this technology is reshaping the real estate industry and what it means for investors and developers? Ankita?
Oh, yes. Construction technology or Contech has definitely emerged as a front runner in terms of investments that were clocked in the first half, accounting for a substantial 67% of the total investment inflow or the total pie in the first half of 2023, with an impressive 163 million US dollars invested alone in this particular segment. Now, the rapid growth of construction technology definitely, is primarily driven by the increasing complexity of how construction projects in today's world are taken up. Now, Contech aims to improve, or technology intervention and construction aims to improve efficiencies, safety, optimize project timelines, enhance material use, and ensure higher construction quality. All of these factors have played a big role in getting investments in the construction sector. So going forward, also we see a lot of investments coming, particularly in this segment. India's a huge market. The real estate market has been growing strength to strength. We're seeing, the upcycle, that a decade-long upcycle, but now, of course, the cycles have shortened, even though we're seeing phenomenal sales trends post the pandemic.
Ankita, what is the outlook for the PropTech segment in India? What are the upcoming trends that we should look for? Ankita?
Sure. PropTech in India, like I said, is at a very nascent stage. Now, if we were talking about the statement prior to the pandemic, maybe we would have been moving at a much slower pace than this. So the pandemic accelerated the pace. There was more technology absorption, and across the segments, be it the shared economy, contact, or the sales and marketing platforms, all of this is attracting a lot of investor eyeballs because of the growth in the real estate market, in India. In 2023 and beyond, we expect to see this continued growth with technologies like artificial intelligence, machine learning, digital advertising solutions, virtual and augmented realty tools. All of these are driving innovation and transforming the way we buy, sell, manage, and even make real estate. So technology intervention across all real estate cycles is the way to go. And India being an organic market, of course, the absorption has been a little slow. But yes, we see a brighter future for technology in the PropTech sector going forward.
Thank you, Ankita. Thank you for sharing your insights and dropping by to have this conversation.
Thank you for having me over, Surjit. It's always a great pleasure. Thank you.
What is self-acquired property? A person has two ways to own property: creation or inheritance. Inherited property is known as ancestral property, while created property using one's own funds is known as self-acquired property. What is self-acquired property under the Hindu Succession Act? Unlike an ancestral property in which the owner has a share since birth as a co-partner, a self-acquired property is bought using one's own funds. Property rights are created through one's efforts. Property received through a will, a gift deed, or from the maternal family also qualifies as self-acquired property. What are the inheritance laws of self-acquired property? The owner enjoys an absolute right in such a property. The owner's children do not have a birthright, and the owner is free to deal with the property in any manner when it comes to ownership transfer. However, this is possible only if the owner leaves a will stating the rules of property division. In the absence of a will, that is, dying intestate, the property will be divided based on inheritance laws. What does the court say? Housewives have an equal share in the property purchased by the husband since they contribute to the acquisition through daily chores. The Madras High Court has ruled. The ruling came as a verdict in the Kannayanan Naidu and others versus Kamsala Ammal and others case. The High Court said in its order dated 21st of June 2023, and I quote, "No law prevents the judges from recognizing the contributions made by a wife facilitating her husband to purchase the property. In my view," that is the judge's view, "if the acquisition of assets is made by joint contribution, directly or indirectly, of both the spouses for the welfare of the family, certainly both are entitled to equal share," unquote. The court said that in marriages, in general, the wife bears and rears children and minds the home. She, thereby, spares her husband for economic activities. The court said, and I quote, "Since it is her performance of her function which enables the husband to perform his, she is entitled to a share in its fruits," unquote. That's it from us this episode. We shall be back again with a fresh episode of Keeping It Real by Housing.com with information and insights on the real estate industry. You can catch the episode on Housing.com, the Housing.com app, and earshot.in, Spotify.com, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Ghana.com, and JioSaavn. Take care and stay safe.